I'm gonna tell y'all we live now. Okay, so the topic is forgiveness. So what y'all feel about that? What type of life experiences y'all done had to where y'all had to forgive, or y'all still in a situation, or we still in a situation where we need to forgive, had to forgive, can't forgive, like, and how hard is it? Because to me, it's hard in a sense. It's hard for me to forgive, but I know that that's what I believe in, so I do it anyway. But deep down inside, it be hard to forgive. How y'all feel about that?
Yeah, well, for me, um, that's a slow process when someone like does something to me. Um, because I'm always being the fact I'm a overthinker. I'm always thinking about maybe probably something else that they gonna do to hurt me. This is okay. This is like my slowness to forgive comes from the fact that maybe childhood trauma. Mainly dealing with my family and the things they done to me and took an advantage to me. So it's an ongoing process. I mean, I it's funny because today's my sister's birthday and I'm having issues with her. I'm estranged from my family because of like once my mom gone, I probably see less and less of them. It's just that I'm coming from a type of family that every time we're around, some type of conflict comes up or some instigation of conflict comes up. Because one of the problems a family I have is that it's too many outside people that we consider family coming to our family, and the blood is not tight because certain members of the family got their own cliques and everything like that, and we can't like come together for the sense of our genuine selves because we need somebody with us to validate us for our actions and anything like that. And I always came as an individual, and because of I say being victimized and traumatized by the effects of those cliques, that's why it's hard to forgive for my family because when the blood of my family talks to you, I'm not sure if that's genuinely you or you're just influenced by somebody else. That's why it's hard for me to forgive them when it comes to that. Um, I do love them, and what it is that every once in a while I do reach out to them, to say how they doing and stuff like that because um, that's just the process I'm going through when it comes to forgiveness because it's hard. It's hard because you don't know if they got undermined intentions because of what I just explained.
Hold
And
on,
I worry
Arnold.
about that too
Arnold,
much.
see, can y'all share it to y'all page, so y'all people can see it. I had put it in the chat. I didn't
Um,
mean to, but see, can y'all share it? If y'all see the option to share it, then
um,
go ahead and finish talking. I just want to say
I,
that.
I don't, I don't see no option to share it on here.
Nope, I don't
I
either.
don't, I don't.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, they see us. We got two
but
views.
I always say we.
Go ahead,
Okay,
Arnold.
my forgiveness is my forgive. I can forgive, but it's very very slow because of the trust issues or the traumas of my past. So
Well, with me, I'm really like, I'm really like, I'm really like, I'm not gonna say a different breed, but I'm really like laid, like I'm the most laid back, chill person to where somebody do something to me like that, far as having to forgive them. I feel like people die so fast and so quick to where we don't have time, to hold stuff or not forgive because I done saw situations to where people done got into arguments with their mom, their dad, their brother. girlfriend, boyfriend, and then hours later they dead, you know? So I just feel like, to me, I don't want that hindering me to where it be like, dang, I could have told them, we was good, or that was petty, something like that. Like, I never wanted to have guilt, because that will eat some people up, And I just always been the type, like, it's a new day. It's a new, beginning. Like, I'm not on what happened yesterday or what happened 2 hours ago. Like, I have literally got into it with, like, my sisters, my mom, or something like that. And then, like, a couple hours later, I call them, be like, what y'all doing? They be like, girl, you crazy. And I be like, what? Like, it's over with. Like, why prolong something, Because I just really, really believe in it. We ain't got enough time to be doing all that. We don't. Like, even people are like friends, or people that I really don't know. It's just, I just always been like that. Like, people can do some really hurtful stuff, and I just be like, okay, like, because I don't put nothing past nobody no more. Like, as I grew up and matured in ways that I wasn't maturing when I was young, I just look at it like, okay, I don't put people on pedestals, basically. So anything anybody can do something to you. You should never think nobody won't do it to you. Like, you should never think that it can't be done to you, because it can be done to anybody. So that's just how I take forgiveness. Like, you either gonna forgive or you ain't. Like, it's really like some people do got processes. I ain't gonna knock the people that got processes, because everybody not like everybody not the same. Like, but I don't know. I just get over it. Like, people like, far as my family and stuff like that, like with my sisters, them, like, because I was locked up for 7 years, and I went at least my first four with nothing, like, with no family, no phone calls, no nothing. And it was like a hard, scenario to deal with. But when my family did come along and stuff like that, and they did, reach out and find me, because we're not from here, we're from Michigan. So when they did find me and stuff like that, and then, started helping me out and stuff, I I forgave them, because there's nothing to hold them, be like, oh well, 4 years ago y'all wasn't thinking about me. It wasn't like that. It was just like, basically, like, thank God y'all found me. Like, they came at a good time. They didn't have to come at all, because I don't want to put myself in that predicament. But really, that's what made me even forgive more too, because when you go to prison, it takes everything from you, what you think couldn't get took from you. And you be like, man, I ain't got nothing. I only got these walls. And you be like, well, I could have said this, I could have did that. Well, you can't do nothing now, because you ain't here. So really, getting took away from my family and friends, and freedom, basically had me thinking different too. Because if you go down that road, you know that you can be without nothing but you and God, and that's it. But forgiveness, that's how I feel about forgiveness. I just gone on about it. Brittany.
Oh, I'm muted. Okay, y'all can hear me now.
Yeah.
Okay. How I feel about
Can't
okay, you
see
say
you. I can't see you or him.
hold on. What about now?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so how I feel about forgiveness is because I be feeling like I'm always put in a situation where I have to forgive, and I think that might be one of my weak spots because the Lord just always taking me through something to where I am tested to see if I'm gonna forgive that person. And I'm not good at that. Like I eventually, hey, the Stoners Committee, he said, this is me. I'm I'm a forgiving person, but it just takes me a while to forgive. And I don't believe that it's supposed to be like that. But at the same time, I have to because a lot of the situations I get in where I have to forgive somebody, it always be them doing something to me because none of us is perfect. That's of course. But I was just raised a certain type of way. You treat people this way, you respect people. You know, if they disrespect you, you show them love and you leave them alone. But those scars are still there. So I feel like even if you forgive a person, when you, because they do say I can forgive, but I can't forget. But when you can't forget it, then it is hard to forgive them as well. You still thinking about the wrong that they did to you. And so I still have a hard time at that today, forgiving people, because however we was raised, we know if we do something that is gonna hurt somebody, we know if we doing something that's gonna hurt somebody. And so I'm trying to, I'm still like, cause I do a lot of stuff to where, you know, I just be being me. I'm gonna praise God with throughout the day, and I'm not gonna broadcast it. I might share it with people, whatever I done got from the Lord for that day. But at the end of the day, I'm always gonna be me. So I'm gonna be me in the flesh, and I'm gonna talk to the Lord. And so I'm still trying to figure out like why people operate the way that it is that they operate, to where I even have to get in that type of situation to where I can't forgive you because I'm just not that type of person to where I have to be put in situations, and people be taking it wrong. It's not, oh, she thinks she perfect or nothing like that. It's about what I believe in. Like, I just feel like treat everybody kind. That's how I feel. Treat everybody kind. Now I might crack some jokes and stuff. That's all about having humor. You have to be humor. I'm not serious all the time. But when people do stuff to you, to me, the trust been broken. So now I gotta watch you. I gotta watch you. And those are the situations that I just done been in. You know, everybody had their own reason for how long they forgive people, or if they gonna forgive that person or not, or whatever. But I'm not like that. I do forgive people, but it's just it take me some time to be able to forgive, because everybody know what they doing. They know if it's right and they know if it's wrong, and they know they probably don't know how it's gonna affect that person or what the outcome gonna be, but they do know that whatever they doing to a person is wrong. So since I'm not perfect, but the Lord know my heart, I can forgive you whenever I get ready to forgive you, or whenever Lord put it on my heart to, okay, let that go, forgive that person, because I'm already dealing with it. I'm already finna whoop that person. So you don't have to hold no grudge against him or her, because I got that. And so those are the type of talks that I be having to have within my household or spirituality. I have to hear that voice. I have to hear that type of voice from my higher power, because I can't do it by myself. Because if I try to do it by myself, baby, you'll never be forgiven. But when I listen to the higher power, he tell me, leave it alone. I'ma deal. He tell me leave it alone, and I'ma deal with that. You know, and so I let him do that. And it just is. That's just what that is. But I still continue to get my blessings, regardless if I forgive a whole month or two later. I still get my blessings because Lord know my heart, and He know, and He can see. You know, He see what the people be doing, and that's a sensitive topic for me because I forgive, but I do not forget, and I don't know. I'm just really not ready to forget stuff. I wanna Yeah, I want, when I get ready to forget stuff, I want the person that wrongs me. I want them to be able to come in agreement with me. Look, yeah, I did that to you. Okay, I did that to you too. And then we get over it. But you know, when we can't acknowledge what we have done or whatever we need forgiveness for, it's probably some people that need to forgive me, but I don't think they even. I had to talk to the Lord about forgiveness because some stuff I just be needing His help on to forgive because at the end of the day we know right from wrong. Regardless of what we went through as kids or anything like that, we know when we doing something that's hurting somebody. We know what we doing.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, we know what we doing. When we get ready to hurt somebody and we need their forgiveness. We know exactly what we doing. So that's how I feel about forgiveness. Hold on, Arnold. No, your mic was muted. I'm sorry. Your mic was
Okay.
muted. Go ahead and talk.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can hear you.
I want to piggyback what you said because my like I said, well, my stance of forgiveness is similar to yours. It's just I'm a genuinely kind-hearted person, and I come from a world where people are a little more cutthroat because yeah, they don't want to admit that they've done harm to you, so I stand away from them. But I still try to reach out to them. But I know I got to probably stay away from them to protect my heart because I know that I could be kind-hearted and they like when it comes to sympathy for them or things that end because there's always a guard up when it comes to being hurt when you're a kind-hearted person. So that's the thing. And I just
Share it
gotta
to
say again.
I was able to share it to my page.
Okay, that's
Oh,
real good.
okay.
That's real good. You got it, sister.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, what did I do now?
Okay, go ahead, Arnold. We still going.
You said me, yeah, but that's the thing because like just like you said, Brittany, you know that they doing wrong. It's just that I guess they don't have it in them right now to correct that behavior or to respect your barriers, so to speak. Because for years I've been like a person that lacked confidence, and I was like just tolerating it. But when it got to a point where I couldn't tolerate it no more, people started getting cursed out, and I had to really assert myself to the point where yeah, I wasn't going to take it anymore. So people started getting cut off. You know, it's funny because like when it came to my family that I have a problem with, like my other family would notice, and when they like at times when they know I'm getting treated wrong, that part of the family will confront that part of the family like, well, where's Arnold at? They try to put a facade and act like they didn't do nothing to me, but they know something was wrong. Then they get the real when it comes to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, they try to put a facade and stuff like that.
There goes
So
Jay. Hey Jay. About time.
hey, what's up?
I just got to the house. What's up, y'all?
Yeah. But like I said, I forgive, but I just got I gotta keep my distance.
Hold on.
So
Jay, share it to see can you share it to your page so the people can come in. Go ahead, Arnold.
yeah, I just like like I forgive, but being the fact that I don't forget my guard is up and I gotta keep it strained. I can talk to you in other ways, but not in front of your face, because I think you got to undermine motives and things like that nature. So that guard will always be up.
Well, let me say something. And some people they be taking it as like creepy or whatever. But when I was my mama, my mama passed in November, but she used to always tell me, when she want to reminisce the good times and stuff, she used to tell me how she had took me and my sister to a church, and the pastor seen her up out in the audience with her two kids. It's just me and my sister, and he called her up there, and he wanted to pray over us or whatever. And so she said she had he picks me out to pray. Well, he prayed for both of us, but he had a calling on me, and he had said that I was gonna speak to the masses. And he said I was gonna speak to the masses, and it was a girl. And so some people, if you're not just really tuned in, and I don't judge nobody out for no type of religion that they have going on. You believe in whatever you believe in, and I believe in what I believe in, and it's not no debate about it. But at the same time, I don't like for people to try to steer me away from what I believe in.
Of
So
course.
it was a lady. She used to always pick with me on Facebook. This was a few years back. She used to always pick with me on Facebook. And she had made a post, and she was like, I blame her mama. And so I saw the post. She said, I blame it on her mama. So I'm like, it had hurt my feelings because I'm like, you don't know me, you don't know my mama, you don't know what my mama went through for whatever type of image you have of me, and you blame it on my mama. You don't know what my mama went through, or it's not my mama's fault. Whatever I do, that ain't my mama's fault. You know what I'm saying? If I raise my kids one way, that don't have nothing to do with my mama, because I tried to. If it was something that I did not agree with what my mama was doing while I was growing up, I tried my best not to inflict that on my own children. So the individual, she made the post like that on Facebook. She said, I blame that on her mama. And y'all, I just hope the people that's listening and watching do not take this wrong. But I'm just basically trying to explain how when you are anointed, and all of us are God's children, or whatever it is that you believe in, you are your higher powers child. But I'm my higher powers child. And can't nobody just come and, disrespect my mother, or just disrespect me, and he don't deal with you accordingly. So the individual made that post about my mother, and I don't know if she's seen my mother before just passing or whatever, but my mother never get into my situations. She'll listen when I have to tell her, but she don't. That's a grown woman. She ain't speaking on nothing I got going on with. No, she beyond it. So the individual, her mom passed shortly, like very shortly after she made that post. And I wanted to reach out to her and try to make amends with her, she because I always look at things on a deeper realm. And it's I like I said, I'm not trying to spook nobody or nothing, but we always have to make sure that we be careful with what we say to people when we trying to harm them verbally or whatever, because that person, they found their mama just dead in her room on the floor. And it was, and rest that lady's soul. But it was right after you made that status about my mother. My mother, she raised me well, but she did what she knew how to do. And so I'm still trying to forgive that person, because even though that person's mother has passed, that person is still doing and saying things that they should not be saying to me. So, and I know that when you have a light shining down on you, things are gonna be hard for you, and you just gotta fight through it. And that's what I do my best at doing. And I be asking the Lord just, steer me the right way because I'm only human, and He gonna fight my battles for me. But what about if I want to fight them? And I don't want to put myself in those type of situations to where I have to actually fight my battles myself. But if I cannot forgive, because you're talking about my mother, so this go back to, my kids they have to deal with people talking about me. So y'all get where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
Hard to forgive people when they whole intention is, let me hurt this person. Let me say something that's gonna hurt them.
Hey,
Like, we can forgive them, but like, if we don't forget, like, a lot of stuff people done said to me, that stuff carry on with me, and they carry on with me, and sometimes I find myself, I can just be doing stuff around the house, and I'm gonna get myself, because I used to go to therapy and counseling when I was a child. When I was giving my mama a hard time, I went to counseling. She put me in counseling, and I liked it because I was able to talk to somebody that didn't know who I was. They had a fair chance. It wasn't no picking no sides or nothing like that. But I be finding myself, I can be just doing something. It just be random. And I will repeat what that person done said to me. That's how much it be bothering me. That I repeat it out loud. I won't even be talking to nobody. I just repeat it out loud because that's how much it's done bother me, and I cannot forget it. So clearly, I ain't forgave. So that's something that I'm still working on, forgiveness, because I know that that's necessary and it's required. I have to forgive, but we live in a cruel world.
very cruel. Very cruel.
What you gotta say, J. Cool?
I'm just trying to get comfortable real quick. I'm listening.
Okay.
But what's the exact topic though right now?
Forgiveness.
Uh, I mean, what you want my opinion on it or how I do it or
Yeah, just your whole input on forgiveness. We all just giving our own different opinions and our input on it.
y'all think it's needed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it just really depends on what it is. I mean, I know it's needed, but like I said, it depends on like what it is. Like
Right.
uh it's certain things that I feel like just can't be forgiven. Like you were saying, because if you remember it, that's like the scar still being there. Like you really ain't forgiven.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some days you will, but other days it's gonna be different, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's just like ain't nobody perfect, ain't no situation perfect. So you can try to do it. Some days you're gonna fall short. It just depends on how you hold yourself accountable to those things. Some people fall short and really like hold themselves to the fire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then at that point, are you really forgiving yourself? You know, so forgiveness it's tricky to me.
So when we are that type of person to where that's what we understand about forgiveness and that's how we feel about it, how do we how do we overcome that? Because I struggle with that badly. I've been talking about how wasn't nobody supporting my whole virtual event, and I keep talking
Mhm.
about it. That's an unforgiving spirit. That's unforgiving, even though I know how people are, and I've mastered that, but I still complain about it.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I mean, you just got to look at each situation different though. Like, you know how they be like every sin the same. This is not that. So it's like if you are doing something for somebody, you really can't expect nothing back, but at the same time, it's just only decent. You know what I'm saying? For them to reciprocate. And if you cut somebody off for doing that, is that forgiving? Even though
Mm,
you don't wish no ill will or nothing. You know what I'm saying? But you did cut, like, if you cut them off, you really can't be like, dang, I forgive you, but I can't fuck with you, you know?
yeah, you don't forgive them if you cut them off. That's
But
how
is
it.
that right or wrong to do?
It's not right.
How not, though? If somebody is on, if we all on a ship, all of us paddling, and a motherfucker stop paddling and we kick them off, is that wrong or right?
It's not right.
I feel like that's right. Like, you ain't helping us, so why are we, you know? If your
Yeah,
finger got a disease or an illness and it could fuck up your whole hand, but if you cut this finger off, you'll save your hand.
right.
Like,
It logically it's supposed to be it will be right to me. But I know that I got a half ass soft heart and a hard heart or whatever, and so that's what be having me lingering.
hmm
They have me lingering, like, I pick and choose what I want to forgive, and I ain't forgetting nothing.
you
But
can't though.
I just pick and choose what I want to forgive. But if a person attempts to try to make it right, then that make it easier for me. Cause like they say, when you don't forgive, it's like you pissing on yourself, but can't nobody you don't see it, but everybody else see it.
But I don't. I mean, everybody, like, if you get successful and you know the journey that it took to get there, it ain't for everybody to see. Like, I don't. Everything is just like either or to me. It's like it's how you look at it, I guess. You know, because they'll tell you a lot of stuff
well,
is
with me,
wrong. But if we go back in time, like if you was weak or something, or if like somebody had a lot of kids and one of their kids was sick or something, and we gotta go travel to this new spot or something, and we gotta let that kid go. You know what I'm saying? Like I be feeling like a lot of this stuff is just to be fitting for the moment, you know, to make something sound right for the moment. But if you look at it from another side, and you like, dang, is it right or wrong? You know what I'm saying? It's just tricky. I feel like if you don't forgive somebody, but you don't got no, and like if you just want to be like, look, you did me wrong, I can't forget that, so we can't eat at the same table no more. Like I don't feel like you'll get shunned from heaven from doing that. You know what I'm saying? For keeping somebody away from
Now they not gonna get shunned from heaven, but forgiveness is healing to us if we forgive. Basically,
you.
it's
Well, yeah.
healing. It's healing. So it ain't nothing
well,
about if you do something to me. Oh, okay. If I do something to you, I'm not gonna be. Of course, I'm gonna think about, okay, what the Lord say. The Lord say, forgive, you'll be forgiven. I forgive you. But I'm not gonna be thinking about that when it's time for you to forgive me. I'm gonna
Well,
be thinking about, did I actually, I'm gonna be thinking about what the cause was of for us to even get in this type of situation. Do I need to be forgive? I don't never say nothing like that, because honest to God truth, I don't even know how I even find myself in situations like that to where forgiveness come into play, because it all boils down to what people believe in. When you I ain't gonna say if you believe in the Lord, whatever it is, whoever it is that you believe in. If that's how you base your life off of, then I guess that's how you gonna treat people. But I just know better. I just know better. I know don't treat that person like that. That person ain't did nothing to me. Don't treat that person like that. Don't talk to that person like that. Even when they talk to me some type of way, yeah, I'm gonna talk to them some type of way. But just dry doing stuff, I'm not doing that. Just
So
respecting people, or just even in relationships. We can be in a relationship. If I do in all my relationships, they are and this is not right. So I'm not trying to say that this is right. But in my relationships that I've been in the past, and these been in my mid-20s and shit like that, they all did something wrong to me, and so I did something wrong to them after they affected me. But I know it wasn't right, but I forgive them because they probably don't know it caused it, that shit hurt me too. But I'm not knowing how much it hurt them, but I know it did hurt. But I can forgive certain things, but I just cannot forgive a lot because if it's a self conscience inflict on me, I cannot. I can. I can't just. I have to really go talk to somebody about that if it's self conscious what you done did.
so the root of forgiveness basically is for you to be forgiven. Huh?
No, well, this is an open discussion. So
No, I'm just asking
about
like, is
forgiveness
that
out
the root?
around the table.
Huh?
I say it's a discussion that's forgiveness either way, not just one way.
Come back to
So
the
it's
screen. I
not for
can't see
me to
nobody.
be forgiven. It's not based off of who needs the forgiveness. The topic is about just forgiveness, period. Like how do we forgive people if if we hurt by something, or just period point blank, how do we forgive? How do we begin to forgive? Because we can pray all day, but if we
Yeah.
can't get that out our mind, what they did, then did you really forgive?
I mean, you ain't gonna forget it ever. So, do you think you can ever forgive for real?
But you can forget it though. You can
How?
forget it. You can
Nah.
forget, yeah, you can forget it if you have your, because it's things that you can do to keep your mind off of negativity.
Yeah, I
It
feel
is.
that.
Yeah. So we can forget it.
You'll never forget something that hurt you though.
No, you're not. You're not gonna forget it.
It's just about how you respond to it from that point forward, and which is like that's where it lies, I believe. Because if you can think of something, and if somebody can bring something up, if something can remind you of something, and you can like not trip out, what you call that? Because I don't know even if you can call it forgiveness or what, but like I don't know. But if you respond negative, then that's definitely not like forgiving. But I know that you'll be reminded of it at some point for sure.
So what's responding of it negatively?
Like getting mad and shit.
So do you find yourself getting mad any point in life about what somebody done did to you that you should probably have forgiven them for?
Oh yeah, probably. I'm human, you feel me? So it's like, you know, I feel like all of us gonna not forgive all the way. You know what I'm saying? It's just like some people gonna react and try to do something about it. I mean, everybody gonna do something different. You know what I'm saying? I could say like in this generation, I don't think there's no forgiveness. If you want to think like we living in the last days, that's probably got to be true. You know?
Yeah, it is true. So, what do you feel about the people that be saying, you know, because we got a lot of inspirational people that be on social media, and you know, they say, they come off. I ain't gonna say come off, but they try to display themselves and come off as if like, oh, I don't forget it. I don't forget it, but really deep down, what you feel about that? People that portray that they are forgiving,
I mean,
but
what you think? I'm gonna give you these two options. Like, what you think? Like, are they trying, or do you think they just faking it like that? I mean, what you think of? Because I feel like
I think they're faking it.
for real,
Yeah, I think they faking it.
or
I
I mean, they some people could be trying though. It just depends on how you come off with it. Like, if you like, oh yeah, I forgave. Like, I don't know, because I don't feel like a lot of people, because that's a touchy subject. So I don't feel like a lot of people just gonna come out and be like, "Well, I'm trying to forgive. It's hard. I done." Unless they really, really trying, and you that person they can come to. But I feel like a lot of people will mask it, like saying that they're forgiven, because you can just go back years ago when you talked to people when you was younger. Like people, like if you're in a group of people, of course, like somebody is lying about something, you know.
So do you think that's a weakness saying that, oh, I'm trying, but you think like that's a weakness of
No,
trying to forgive
trying ain't
somebody,
never weak. It
like
ain't
trying to
never.
forgive somebody for something? Do you think that's being weak?
No, I mean, why you ask that? Do you think forgiveness is weak in a sense?
No, no, no. That's not why I was asking. I
Oh,
was just asking because of what you had said.
no, I wasn't trying to say that. I was more so just saying that, like, people probably, yeah, people, a lot of people probably think it might be weak. I guess you could say that, you know, because they'll be scared to probably admit it in this day and age, you know, because a lot of people, what age are we in? Do you think it's more of we're dealing with, this is really the product of broken home right here, you know? So a lot of people are not emotionally intelligent right now. That's why you see a lot of killings and shit like that. A lot of bad relationship shit going on, you know? Because a lot of people get emotional and they react.
Yeah,
Ain't
you're right.
no
Yeah.
conversation, ain't no thinking it out, ain't no standing on this, which we've built or how we feel or what we done said, versus how I feel right now in this moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So trying to forgive could seem weak in a sense, you know, because it's like I said, we're in the emotional stage. So everything that's coming at these people, everybody really, because it's deeper than just what I'm saying. So anything that's coming at us, it's like we're trying to dissect how we feel about it, you know.
That's right.
So, and what I mean by deeper is because everything has changed from the most relatable time to try to gauge some shit, it's like the '90s because that was the golden era. That was like
Yes.
everything has been around for a little minute, and new things are still getting invented. But like they had a good grasp on how everything worked, and it
We
was
could solve the problem better back then.
yeah because everything was more controlled and more structured.
Structure.
Yeah, more like people to look up to that's positive. Like in our community, ain't no good black leaders because even the people that we would deem good can easily get tricked and played with by the white man because we don't stand on that black shit no more, you know? So somebody in the suit that we think is good that we could look up to these days because it's not many, he could be a puppet easily. You know what I'm saying? Even back then too, but right now is that time for sure. Like we are the group of people that's easily deceived.
Misled.
Yeah. So we dealing with just how we feel because we still because right now, if the black culture and shit would have been how it's supposed to be, we would have a good grasp on shit because we had our black leaders and shit. But they took them all out and replaced them with entertainers. So we stay fucked. We ain't get to come together and you know.
Mhm.
So we stuck in this emotional rut. And if you try to go against that, your own people gonna look at you funny and shit and go against you
Yep.
because everybody can't unthink that shit. You know what I'm saying? And some people don't even want to. You
And
know?
you can't make them either.
Nah. So
Can't make them.
back to the original point, like now that we know all that, and you said we can't make them, and we know that
You
what
have to
they'll do.
forgive them. You
That's
have
what
to
I'm saying.
forgive.
So, but how though?
We have to
Without not
we have
messing
to
with them.
forgive people that are ignorant to certain things and situations or spirituality. We have to, and I know that, but this is just the topic because
Hmm.
I want to unlearn. It ain't nothing that nobody taught me. Did nobody teach me don't forgive that person?
It's just passed down, like
It's been
a lot
whatever
of shit.
I done been through. Whatever I done been
Yeah,
through. If I done dealt with certain individuals in a situation to where I forgave you once and forgave you twice, forgave you 3 times, but I have to keep on forgiving you, then you are, and that's just in my world, you are you causing me to having to handle everybody else that come into my life like that.
that's what I was gonna speak on. Like a lot of shit, like we run into people that was raised a certain way, been through this and that, and they can rub off on you, and you already dealing with your shit of the shit that I just named. You know what I'm saying? So it be trauma on top of trauma, and motherfuckers don't know how to deal with it, so they be putting it on other folks, and it's just a trickle down effect.
Domino effect, you right.
That's why I feel like in these days it's a lot better to be single. But if you do find a person and y'all be clicking and shit, definitely if you're a man, probably don't get married. You know what I'm saying? We just in a weird little time right now. It ain't good for a lot of that shit because
Yeah, we're in a weird time. And you know what? I be having people different. It don't be no females, you know, it always be men. You ask me, have I got a man yet? Have I got a man yet? And what that look like to me is that when when a man keep coming to me asking me, do I have a man yet? Do I have a man yet? You ain't got no man yet. That make me feel like they cannot be without a woman.
yeah,
And what I have mastered is if you cannot be in solitude. If you can't master that, then how can you be with somebody else? So that's not something that is urgency to me, or that's not important to me being in a relationship. It's not. I mean, we all want companion, but that's not something that's like a necessity. Yeah, I am gonna be somebody's helpmate, but that's not nothing that's like a priority to me,
Mm-hmm.
because I done been alone for a period of time, and to where that has become enjoyable. I love the peace, you know what I'm saying? I like a little drama here and there, but
What you mean by that?
I like a little drama here and there, you know what I'm saying? When I want to play around, I'm play around.
Yeah.
But I really I don't be on none of that. Like, I be focused on if I can meet a man that we like, okay, we finna build a castle. That's type of nigga that I want to fuck with. Let's build this castle. And that nigga mind gonna be focused on that castle. We not finna motherfucking go through these hoops and loops and dips and whips. We not finna go through all that to get this castle built, because when if we do go through that, we going through that because that's somebody chose to take us through all that. If we got our mind focused on let's go ahead and build this castle, that's what we gonna do. Of course, we're gonna have our own little shit come in to try to take us the wrong way on it.
Yeah.
But I mean, you guys, some people they just wanna they just is they standing firm on it. Let's see how strong you is. Let me see how strong you is. I ain't damn filed it. Nah, don't see how strong I am. Cause you're gonna find your ass by your motherfucking self and trying to find out how strong I am. No sir, no ma'am.
Especially at this point.
But yeah, if I can give me somebody, let's just stick to the plan. Let's do that. And anybody that try to come in our way to try to detour us off what we trying to do, we already on top of our shit on how to goddamn navigate around them. See, Kevin Gates a smart nigga. I like Kevin Gates. But now, see, I ain't been keeping up on him and Drika lately. Last thing I seen about him and Drika was he say she cheated on him or whatnot, whatever. I guess he posted left her. That's all I saw. But I know that Kevin Gates is an emotional man. Kevin Gates is an emotional man. But we need that as women. We need emotional men. Because if y'all not emotional with us, then we can only assume that you don't give a fuck about what you got going on with us. So we need an emotional man. So I like that characteristic about Kevin Gates. He showed his emotional side, but at the same time, showing your emotional side don't mean that you no damn victim. You not no damn victim. Cause any nigga that say he eat ass and whatever it is that he do, you might get tempted to go out somewhere, and play a little bit. So
I see what you mean. Yeah, he do be saying some shit too that make you think, so I don't know. Hello? I mean, not
yeah,
hello.
I got knocked out some type of way. But we gonna end it right there because I had got a little freaky. So we gonna end. And I thank you, J. Cool, for coming through because I've been trying to get you on here for a long time, but you've been playing. And I'm
When you be doing this?
unforgiving of that.
I appreciate that.
I'm unforgiving of that.
Oh, I thought you said you are.
Unforgiving. No, I'm
How
just playing.
how
I'm
often you
just
be doing
playing.
this?
I really don't even have no set days on it. It's like tonight we was having a hard time people being able to use the links. So it's like really when people is available, but I want to keep it consistent because it's gonna be on the YouTube, it's gonna be on Facebook,
Can you
Instagram.
drop it in the comments?
Drop what?
The link.
The link to this live?
Uh-huh. No. To
I mean,
the StreamYard, because if you drop it in the comments, it'll be easier for people to just click it from there.
I did that. I did that, but you know, shit, I can't make nobody get up on
No,
her.
I'm
I know
talking about like for me, for how I got on here, because right now I'm not even on the YouTube app. I'm on the like Safari on my phone. So if you drop it in the
okay.
comments, I could have clicked it like straight from the comments and just got on from the app.
I'm still working with it myself, but I'm trying to next time we gonna have to just I need but people don't be able to be available for when you're trying to do something productive. So but I be wanting people to try to help me test it out. That way we can test the links out because I have posted it in the comments and actually if you get on Facebook, I posted it up in the caption, but I don't know if the link worked like that.
I couldn't even see
So
it.
I need people to help me make sure that wherever I post a link at it work. So that way they can just go straight from there, you know. So I'm
Try to
still playing around with it, but we've been doing good though.
try to drop the StreamYard in the comments right now so I can see if I can see it in there.
Okay. I just pasted it right now.
Yep, I see it. I'm finna look on my other phone and see if I can see it.
And then
Yeah, I see the link. Yeah, that's how you
do
should
it
drop
let
it.
you click on it though? Or is
Yeah,
it
it's
just
blue.
looking like words down there?
Nah, it's blue. I'm finna show you. Let me my phone, other phone cracked, but you see it?
Yeah, I see. Okay, it's blue. So it's gonna let you click on it.
Yeah. So next time, just do that when
Well,
I
I've been
come in.
doing it like that though, but
No, I'm
they
talking
just
about just for me. I mean, for anybody for sure. But when I come in, I'm gonna look for
click
that
on
link.
the comments. Okay.
Yeah, so I
Yeah,
can get
because
on
they
that way.
just don't be wanting to click on it. People, you know, they got
Yeah,
their
some
own
people don't
reason.
want to get on camera.
Yeah, and I understand it. So I'm just
I'm gonna
trying to
tell
get
some
them
people
get up.
about it though, and I'm gonna just say if I have a topic, I'm gonna come to you, just tell you about it or whatever. Then you tell me a time, and then I'm gonna tell some motherfuckers about it. And
Yeah,
you
because
know,
we finna have some big dogs on here. Gangster Williams, he finna bring his motherfucking ass on here.
that'll be
I
good.
got a lady in Alabama. You know, I don't know. Maybe I can get Turk to come on here. You know, shit,
Never know for sure.
me and Turk. Yeah.
But the thing is, just keep doing it. Like
I
I don't
know I
give a
gotta
damn
be
if it's two
consistent.
people.
That's why,
Just
but I'm still needing y'all help. That's why
no,
I'm
for sure.
steady, you know, reaching out. Look, come get up on here with us. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no funny bun ass shit, nothing like that. We just, but people be as you see that live. That day I did
Yeah,
what the that's too much. We don't have none of that going on. Ain't nobody up here disrespecting nobody or disrespecting
right.
nobody's woman or man. So why can't people be up on here with me? But I totally understand why, and so I have to accept it, and I just have to find me people. So that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely tell some people because I know some people that's gonna be willing to get on because they seeing how these spaces are growing, like podcast type shit and lives and all that on YouTube. So I
Yeah,
know more people should be interested. So I'm tell a few people I know, and we're gonna
I'm telling you,
pull
because
up
I'm getting on every podcast I can because it's about establishing your brand,
for
getting
real.
getting your face out there, getting out what you got going on. Shit, that's the only way people gonna know. So yeah, so I appreciate you for coming, J. Cool.
Appreciate you for having me.
Much love, much love. And so we finna end this song out.
All right.
We'll play your little song, but
Damn, shit went
let me see.
sideways.
Let me see, do we still got you up?
My phone about to die, so I'm about to hop
Go
off.
go.
Alright, nigga. Long live Pee Wee, nigga. We do this shit for 3.
Hey, nigga, I do the shit for Pee Wee. Swear to God that my niggas gon' eat. When it's time to go creep, we gon' throw on the ski. I know my mama praying cause she don't want us up in the street. It get cold, so I stay with my heat. And I swear to God that you gon' fall if you think you gon' reach. From the heart every time I'm a preach. Yeah, I'm hoping that they hear me loud every time that I speak. On my grind, yeah, I know not to be around no fuck. Nigga, I want to switch on the back cause it bust. A lot of niggas done changed to learn not to trust. Niggas don't wanna play cause whatever we clutch. Smoking wood with my feet kicked up, no, I don't gotta touch. Yeah, I know to be patient, but I want it now like a rush. If it ain't about the paper, then no, it ain't shit to discuss. Nigga, my brother told me he know we gon' make it, just stay there. And when it get ugly, it's time to go load up. Nigga, the whole clip tryna lead the boy face. Came through the back door with a spot, that's a hell of a take. When we just